Okay, like and subscribe to Base Boxing Basement. He's a terrific guy, loves Pum Pum. He's got a large Corey, too. An 8-inch Corey, likes white women like me. He's not an oil driller like Sonny Edwards or Otto Wallen. No, those guys are weird. No oil drilling for the Triple B. Hit like guys.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Trump. Yeah, thank you, Donald, for bigging up the Triple B. And yeah, I do like Pum Pum, but not young Pum Pum like your friend Jeffrey. Anyway, yeah, I put that Tyson Spinks promo thing. Yeah, they had soul back in the day, man. They had soul the promos back in the day. People say they're a lot better now, with all the high tech. And I guess it is in many ways. Maybe it's just nostalgia, but of a different era. When we're young, we are nostalgic about that era and think it's the best. Anyway, the boxing news today, the big boxing news, allegedly. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hugely excited, but the war between the Mexicans has been announced for May the 4th, right? By Mauricio Sulamen. So he actually wrote a letter. This is the son of Jose Sulamen. Both, they who set up WBC, aka We Be Crooks. And he's done a press release because he loves Canelo. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. The long-awaited news was confirmed this Friday that Alvarez will defend his unified super middleweight championship against the WBC silver champion Jaime Munguia. A war between Mexicans, right? On the traditional date of Cinco de Mayo, May the 4th. Well, actually, I thought Cinco de Mayo meant 5th of May, right? So it's actually a day early, but I guess, I imagine that it's a Saturday. And Sulaiman continues to cream himself. There's not been a fight of this level between two Mexican fighters for years. The last one was Canelo vs. Julio Cesar Chavez in 2017. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. Canelo said he didn't really like to fight Mexicans, right? And the one they were lining up for him was David Benavidez, right? And he's actually going to compete for the WBC interim light heavyweight title against Alexander Gvozdyk, which is like, a secondary. I mean, it's just another way for the WBC to grab sanctioning fees. Interim titles mean nothing. Jaime will never be able to say I was WBO heavyweight champion. You're interim champion, blood. Even Daniel Duban was an interim champion, wasn't he? It's meanness, Same with UFC. It's less messed up. But what's that guy called? Dustin Poirier, the former interim world. No. No one cares. You got to be the real thing. Gvozdzyk's a decent fighter. Benavidez probably might be a bit too young, seasoned. I don't know, man. I'll do that in another video. This is about Canelo Alvarez, who's Jaime Munguia. Now, by the way, yeah, so he was meant to fight Benavidez. Benavidez is of Mexican descent. Yeah, his nickname is the Monster Bandera Roja, which means the monster with the red bandera. Whatever. But he's not Mexican. He's Mexican American, so that's a bit different. But anyway, the big fight is Jaime Munguia. Now, Jaime just had a good victory, right? He just had a decent victory. Yeah, he recently had a victory against John Ryder, stopping him, which I predicted, and I won some money there. John Ryder's weird. John Ryder and Saul Alvarez, they look like brothers, except John actually probably looks more Mexican because he's got dark hair. Check them out together. It's weird, isn't it? But yeah, Jaime Munguia, yeah, man, he's one ugly dude. I don't mean to be mean. He can fight and he's got millions. So I'm not hating on him, but he's ugly. He's ugly. He's almost as ugly as that Ray Vargas. Yeah, who beat what's his face? No, sorry, he drew with Nick the Wrecking Ball at the weekend. Both of them are ugly. There's a few ugly Mexicans actually. But I mean, there's some good. They're not. I'm not saying all Mexicans are ugly. You got guys like Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. Who no homo, handsome. but they're Mexican Americans, weirdly. Maybe there's more inbreeding in the old country. But Jaime Munguia, unbeaten, 43 fights, 34 big wins by way of knockout. I never rate him hugely highly. He's done well. He's moved up the weights. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Let me see. I'm just trying to look back. Didn't he beat Liam Smith? He beat Liam Smith on points for the light middleweight title. Or sorry, the world super welter title. He was defending. He won it against, I think, who did he win against? Saddam Hussein Ali. That's a nickname. Surely you'd have to choose Saddam Hussein Ali, but he called himself the World Kid Saddam Ali, which is a lot whacker than Saddam Hussein Ali. But yeah, man, these guys need to listen to the Triple B about their nicknames. But Jaime Munguia, he's not the first Jaime Munguia actually to have boxed. There's another Jaime Munguia, but this guy is not nearly as good as the one who's fighting Canelo. He's heavyweight. He had 2 wins, 11 losses, but he had a bad nickname, El Rambo. So yeah, that's cool. But anyway, he's yesterday's news. Munguia, I'm not sure what his nickname is or if he's got one. He's from Tijuana, Mexico. And so what we've got is 2 genuine Mexicans, no Mexican Americans, nothing like that. And I wonder, to be honest, my first thought is, how would this play out in Mexico? Because I believe that Saul Alvarez has got a bit of haterism because he doesn't look Mexican. He looks Irish, man. He's got ginger hair. He's got white skin. He's got freckles. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look at all like a Mexico or like any Inca blood or anything like that, Mayan blood, whatever it happens to be. He looks very European. I remember when I seen a Mexican bartender, and I was talking about Alvarez. This is before he was big, before he was really big. And he goes, "Nah, man, we ain't got people like that in Mexico, man." I said, "Yeah, blood, believe it." He goes, "Nah, these people don't exist in Mexico, Triple B, man." And I showed him, and he's like, he can't be Mexican, man. He can't be Mexican. So I think there's a bit of haterism towards Alvarez. So I actually wonder whether a lot of people will in Mexico will be supporting Jaime Munguia because he has that traditional Mexico or Mexican look. You can see he's got some what they call indigenous blood in him, which is indigenous, a nonsense phrase, by the way. But forget about that. We're not getting into that. This is a boxing channel, right? So what'll happen? Well. So what are we at now? March, April. Yeah, it's kind of short, Leo, man. It's less than, what is it? It's less than 2 months, right? What are we now? We're at March the 12th, and it's on May the 4th. So it's just under 2 months, but that's cool. That's like 8 weeks of preparation. Boogie has fought at a lower weight, but a lot of his career, he moved up from light middle to middle, and now he's at super middle. Whereas Alvarez has been around this weight for a long time. Even though he actually started as a welterweight, or when he was 15, he probably was like a... Let's have a look, man. What was... he had his first fight when he was 15. In 2005, let's see if they registered the weights there. And maybe not, because it's like in deepest, darkest... No, his first fight, or certainly the first one recorded with a weight, Alvarez was 141 pounds, so he's a light welter. But, the guy was 15. So, obviously he grows in the weight. So he's comfortable at super middleweight, He's comfortable at super middleweight. And he sells big. I imagine this will sell big in the Hispanic, especially the Mexican American community in America and in Mexico itself. I believe that... I'm not sure what the Mexicans people think about Mexicans fighting Mexicans, whether they get hyped or... Because generally there's been a big rivalry with Puerto Rico, right? People like Hector Camacho, guys like that. And, this has been going on for years, right? This has been Edwin Rosario, people like that, fighting Chavez and guys. That's been a big beef, even though, like Puerto Rico. Mexico's got like 120 mil, I think, people in Mexico. Yeah, so Mexico has like 125, 126 mil. Puerto Rico has like, I don't know, 3.25 million or something like that, or 3.4. I mean, that's almost 40 times as populous. I don't know why it's weird to have such a small nation, Puerto Rico, produce so many good fighters and be considered a big rival of Mexico. I mean, that's the same, I don't know, that's like half the population of Scotland. How many good fighters do they have? You know, well, obviously they got Nordic Warrior. They got my man's Nordic Warrior. Josh Taylor, I guess, obviously. Ken Buchanan, but it's not like Puerto Rico. But regardless, I always thought that Puerto Rico and Mexican hate fights were the biggest for Mexicans. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a massive fight. I don't expect Munguia to win. Munguia has a fair punch, yeah. He boxes fairly well. I just don't think he's got the skill set to beat Canelo, who will be roided up, who will be extremely well prepared. Yeah, extremely well prepared. He boxes well, Canelo. He's got all these little tricks, man. He doesn't have, he's a bit flat-footed, but so is Munguia. So that, you know, Munguia ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard type or whatever. I don't know, Willie Pep or whoever you want to use, but you know. I think we will get a solid fight. Canelo does not take risks. So, you know, he scores a lot fewer knockouts than you think, you know. Ryan Rhodes, the chinny Ryan Rhodes, went 12 rounds with him years ago. Matthew Hatton went 12 rounds with him, right? I mean, he'll close the show. But quite often, he'll only close the show if someone's badly hurt, you know. He's gone the distance the last 4 fights. Jamel Charlo, John Ryder. Everyone's surprised about Ryder making the distance. Gennady Golovkin. That's no disgrace. Bivol, he lost to Bivol, obviously on points. Stopped Caleb Plant 11. But guys like Callenseth went the distance. You know, Daniel Jacobs. Chavez Jr., he does bang people out spectacularly sometimes. James Kirkland, for example. Amir Khan, but that guy's chinny. But he tends to play it a bit safe. He won't take risks, which is clever in a way. But it does lack excitement sometimes. I sometimes just want to see him. I want to see people banged out. I want to see people flatlined. All those normies and fake boxing. It's beautiful to see a great boxer. See Mayweather, look at him. No, it's not. It's lame. It's boring. No one would watch boxing if everyone boxed out Mayweather. Of course, he got tremendous reflexes and so on. But he's so boring, man. I mean, I don't know why he got big. Well, I do. There are no rhetorical questions on the Triple B. I know why he got big, because he's just pushed. He's an Illuminati elitist tool to push consumerism, to push flashiness. Yeah. He probably had to have his cheeks clapped a few times. Certainly, I'd say. You remember, he used to dress like Carlton of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he started getting all trendy and all that. You always know something's weird going on. Like Tyson Fury used to dress like Mr. JD Sports, and then suddenly he started wearing Versace. You got to be suspicious of them types. So if Johnny Fisher starts wearing Versace, you know he's been bought. But yeah, so to me, this is another points decision for Canelo. Yeah, I don't believe Munguia has enough in his arsenal or his boxing skills to trouble Canelo. Okay. On the other hand, Canelo will be careful. He won't take risks. He won't look to bomb out Munguia. Munguia will want a war, but he won't necessarily get it. And I expect a Canelo unanimous decision. Peace in the Middle East. Oh, one addition I forgot. Yeah, so I just noticed, right? It's a PBC fight, and it's been televised by Amazon Prime, which is interesting. I don't have Amazon Prime no more, and I'm not going to buy it just for this fight. But yeah, that's interesting. Amazon Prime is pretty cheap, actually, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. It's got to be under £10, isn't it? Under £10 a month. But I don't know if they do pay-per-view. I assume this isn't pay-per-view, is it? Nope, my bad, as Americans say, my bad. Of course, it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view on Amazon Prime. So yeah, let's see what happens on Amazon Prime, man. Let's see if they can do good for boxing.